Hi, and welcome to My Story with CareCredit. We all have stories, but what makes these stories unique is that they are about people who are able to get life-changing treatment, procedures, or medical care for themselves, their family, and their pets. All of the people featured on My Story with CareCredit did it with their CareCredit credit card. CareCredit is a leading national healthcare credit card that can enable you to get many of the procedures and treatments you want now and pay over time with everyday promotional financing on purchases of $200 or more. CareCredit is accepted at hundreds of thousands of locations nationwide to pay for care whenever you need and want it. I'm your host, Amy Freena. I'm excited to introduce you to a special pet parent and her dog. Their story starts when Cooper got injured at the airport before they boarded a plane to fly home. The good news is she already had CareCredit. Grab your tissues and let's listen to her story.
Hi, my name is Adriana, and this is Cooper, and CareCredit saved us on the scariest night of our lives. Want a snacky? Cooper's friendly, and he's outgoing, and he loves attention and pets. He loves to be with me, always. We're family. We go everywhere together. When we travel through the airport, Cooper walks around like he is in charge. So he knows where he's going, he stays right by me. But of course, I tend to overload my arms with stuff and I wasn't paying attention. Frightening as it may be, there are signs there now, but Cooper's paw got stuck in the escalator and it tore his pad right off. I was so frightened I couldn't cry. You know, it's like I had to jump into nurse mode and I had to hold his paw. I couldn't even look at it. It was just extreme. I wanted him to be okay, and I really didn't know if that was gonna be possible. Walking into the vet was like a godsend when I saw that they accepted CareCredit there, and I just knew that we were gonna be okay. Thank you, CareCredit, for saving my baby's life, literally, for giving him back to me. We can hike, we can walk, we can do the things that we did before, and I'm very grateful to CareCredit. I've had CareCredit for over 10 years, and I've used it for my pets. I've used it for my dental, but most importantly, I used it to save this guy that night, and he's my best friend. There's nothing I wouldn't do for him. Thanks, CareCredit. Say thank you, CareCredit.
Hey, I'm Amy, and I am here with Adriana, and we are going to learn a little bit about her CareCredit story today, but she has the darling Cooper joining us as well, and we are downtown Los Angeles in a studio. A lot of commotion, a lot of excitement going on, but the cutest thing in the building is Cooper.
I know, I know.
Tell us about Cooper. How old is he?
Travel any other way. He's 8 years old.
Okay.
And I adopted him when he was about 1, and he's been with me ever since, and he's just my best bud.
Your best bud.
My best bud, yeah.
So where does your story with CareCredit begin?
Well, initially, about 10 years ago, I got CareCredit for another pet that I had that was ill, and that's how I discovered it at the vet.
Okay.
And then I used it for my teeth. I needed some dental work done, and I was able to use it for that. But the Cooper story is very interesting because I had CareCredit, and he was in an accident.
Cooper was in an accident?
He was in an accident
What
at the airport. His paw got stuck in the escalator.
No.
And it tore his pad right off of his paw.
Can you tell me about how devastating that was?
It was bloody.
Right.
It was completely just bleeding. We were flying home.
So you weren't even home?
We weren't even home. And I didn't know where I was. I mean, I knew where I was, but I didn't know where any vets were.
Of course.
So 45-minute flight, I thought, well, I'm just going to go home. So we flew back home. I held his paw. I wrapped it. The stewardesses were great. Wrapped his paw, and I called my son, and I said, find me a 24-hour vet, because we had landed. I always take the last flight home. And my son found me a 24-hour vet. We was close to my home. We went in, and it was like that the angels when you see the sign CareCredit, and you're going, I'm good.
Because you had already had the card.
Because I'd already had the card, and I knew how it worked.
So you're like, just fix them.
Just fix them, exactly, without question. I mean, not that I would have sold my heart for for this guy.
Who wouldn't look at him? He's so cute.
What are you doing? Oh, okay. So, it was just a blessing to have it, to have CareCredit, and it was a blessing that they were there for me.
Right.
And it was pretty pricey, so I was very, very fortunate.
Very grateful.
Yeah.
And the promotional financing probably helped alleviate the initial shock of
Absolutely.
the bill.
Absolutely. And I had a year.
Right.
And I use it quite often, and I pay it off within the year, and I just keep going with it. It's very good.
What other things have you used your CareCredit credit card
A
for?
couple of crowns.
Couple of crowns? Because dental work is also really fun.
Right. Oh, I enjoy that one.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, when I go into the dentist office and see the CareCredit sign, I'm not as excited as I was when it was there for Cooper. But yeah, I use it. In fact, I'm going to use it in January.
Okay, more dental work?
More dental work, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, let's hope Cooper stays
in good shape?
in good shape,
He's in great shape.
He's been really good, yeah.
So when you originally, the prior dog, the first time that you ever saw CareCredit, did you know anything about it, or were you at the vet's office and you needed it? Like, kind of walk me through how that happened.
Well, it was in San Diego, and I'm not from San Diego, and I didn't know the vet, but we went into the vet, and it said CareCredit, and I asked the receptionist, how can I get this? And she explained to me that, of the financing and how it will, the promotional. And that was for a dog that I had for 18 years.
Wow.
So she needed rescuing. She had some bad teeth, and so she needed some help, and CareCredit was there.
CareCredit has been there over and over for you.
Over and over for over 10 years.
Over 10 years. So do you tell your friends and your family members about your experiences and how easy this has been for you?
Absolutely.
And affordable?
Absolutely. Cooper, my best friend, just got a Cooperish dog.
Cooperish, okay.
Cooperish dog.
Because no one is going to be Cooper.
Right, no. Ish-ish, And she had some trouble with her dog that needed some immediate care. And she was struggling. She didn't know how she was going to take care of it. And I told her about CareCredit, and they took it. And now she uses it for her medications as well at Rite Aid or Walgreens or something like that.
I think you're a pretty good friend.
Yeah. Am I a good friend? Am I?
Oh,
yes,
my
I am.
gosh. Okay, so obviously your bond with Cooper is unlike any other.
It is. It's pretty deep.
Pretty deep.
Yeah.
Pretty deep. So having the card and all the access to whatever you need has been incredibly, probably gives you peace of mind.
It absolutely does, because, we don't just sit around doing anything. We go off, we go hiking. I live near some really nice mountains, and it's always in the back of my head. If anything were to happen to either one of us, actually,
Right.
I know that CareCredit's there, and I know I'll be able to use that card, and that really relieves a lot of stress.
I can imagine.
Yeah.
So if you got the opportunity to write a review for CareCredit, everybody likes to write their reviews nowadays, what would it say?
It would say, thank you very much for being a part of my family.
Aw.
Yeah.
You're going to get me all sad.
I'm sorry.
No. I think that's wonderful,
But
though.
it is, yeah. They are. I like it.
We're just so honored to have helped out you and Lil Coop, right, Coop?
Can you say thank you? Cooper, say thank you.
Can you say thank you?
Say it.
He's thinking about it. I know you're as happy as I am that Cooper got the care he needed and recovered, and CareCredit was proud to be a part of their story. Remember, CareCredit is a leading national healthcare credit card that can enable you to get many of the procedures and treatments you want now and pay over time with everyday promotional financing on purchases of $200 or more. CareCredit is accepted at hundreds of thousands of locations nationwide to pay for care whenever you need and want it. If you are interested in applying for a CareCredit credit card or would like to find a provider in your area who accepts CareCredit, visit us at carecredit.com.